Welcome, everyone. My name is Abigail, and I'm your virtual host for this three-part lecture series, Harnessing Fear and Adrenaline. I'm thrilled you're continuing this journey with us. I hope you've had a productive week applying the resilience training and willpower development techniques you explored in previous sessions. Building that mental fortitude is foundational for what we're about to discuss today: the fascinating and often misunderstood power of fear and adrenaline. When you hear the words fear and adrenaline, your initial reaction might be negative. We often associate them with anxiety, panic, and hindering our performance. But what if I told you that these powerful physiological responses, when understood and skillfully channeled, can actually become catalysts for extraordinary feats and peak performance? That's precisely what we'll be exploring in today's session, understanding fear biochemistry. Let's start by discussing a remarkable phenomenon known as the battle trance, or, as it's commonly referred to, the flow state. This is a state of heightened focus, intense awareness, and exceptional performance that can emerge in high-pressure, high-stakes situations. Think of an athlete in the zone, a surgeon performing a critical operation, or even someone reacting decisively in an emergency. The battle trance is characterized by a profound sense of timelessness. The usual constraints of time seem to melt away. There's a feeling of effortless control over one's actions, and perhaps, most surprisingly, a diminished sense of fear. Physiologically and neurologically, this state involves a complex interplay of brain activity and hormonal release, allowing for seamless and highly effective action. You might have heard anecdotes from athletes who don't even register pain during peak performance, or individuals in emergencies who act with incredible speed and precision without conscious thought. These are often glimpses into the battle trance. Closely linked to our experience of fear and the potential for the battle trance is the hormone adrenaline. This powerful chemical messenger plays a central role in the body's natural stress response, often called the fight or flight response. When we perceive a threat, adrenaline floods our system, leading to a cascade of physiological changes. You'll notice your heart rate and respiration increase, pumping more oxygen-rich blood to your muscles. Your senses become heightened, your focus sharpens, and your reaction time quickens. You might even experience a surge of strength and power. While an uncontrolled surge of adrenaline can contribute to panic and anxiety, when properly managed, this very same physiological response can be a key ingredient in peak performance. It provides the energy, focus, and speed necessary to excel in challenging situations. Think of a performer stepping onto a stage with pre-show jitters, only to deliver a captivating performance fueled by that very nervous energy. That's the power of harnessed adrenaline. This brings us to a crucial distinction: the difference between debilitating fear and controlled fear. Debilitating fear is overwhelming and paralyzing. It's the kind of fear that freezes you in your tracks, hinders your ability to think clearly, and ultimately undermines your performance. On the other hand, controlled fear is a manageable level of arousal. It's that edge of nervousness that actually sharpens your senses, improves your perception, and heightens your awareness. When we learn to manage and channel this controlled fear, it can unlock significant performance enhancements. It can sharpen our senses, making us more attuned to our environment. It can increase our motivation and determination, driving us to overcome obstacles. And surprisingly, it can even enhance our risk assessment and decision-making, as we become more acutely aware of potential consequences and the need for effective action. To help us connect these concepts to our own experiences, I'd like you to take a moment for an activity. Think about times in your life when you've experienced fear and adrenaline. Can you recall situations where that fear hindered your performance, perhaps leading to hesitation or mistakes? Conversely, can you identify situations where that same physiological response seemed to elevate your performance, making you more focused, decisive, or even stronger? Take a few moments to reflect on these personal experiences. In summary, remember these key takeaways. Fear and adrenaline are powerful physiological responses that don't have to be inherently negative. The battle trance or flow state represents a pinnacle of performance under stress, characterized by heightened focus and diminished fear. And crucially, by understanding the difference between debilitating and controlled fear, we can learn to harness this arousal to enhance our focus, motivation, and even our decision-making abilities. Finally, for your journaling this week, I want you to reflect on this prompt. Reflect on a time when you experienced the battle trance, or a similar state of heightened performance. How did fear and adrenaline affect your experience in that moment? Moving forward, how can you consciously cultivate the ability to harness these powerful responses in future challenging situations? Next time, we'll be building upon this understanding as we discuss adaptive response training, exploring practical strategies for developing resilience in the face of adversity. I look forward to seeing you then. Thank you.